We might have just made a huge mistake. The roof on our fifth wheel is in terrible shape, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to fix it.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's good. Obviously time will tell though. I'm excited to not be on that roof anymore though. So the more time that I spend up on the roof, the more I think that I'm gonna have to kind of recoat the whole thing before we end up leaving. It's not the first thing you wanna be doing to your new camper. When we bought this camper a week ago, we thought it was going to be a quick turnaround so we could get back on the road. But after diving into the trailer, all of our plans have changed. This episode, we're tackling the poorly coated roof as it needs to be fully redone, and hopefully we don't find any major issues along the way. We're learning it all as we go and doing our best to give a new life to this old trailer.
Excited for it to be over. Oh my gosh. Lovely.
Yeah, stuff like this, it's really all in the prep work. You have to get this surface very ready to bond with whatever you're gonna put on top of it, and the previous owner just laid it on top. So not only do we have to get it all off, we then have to prep the roof to take whatever we put back on it. It's a new day here, and I've kind of come to terms with the fact that this whole roof has to be scraped off and resealed. As annoying as it is, at least at that point we will know that it's done correctly. So whenever we hit the road for the next 6 months in this camper, we can be hopeful and pretty assured that the roof will not have any issues. I've only been working on it for like 2 or 3 hours, and well, there's still a ton to go, but it's just part of it.
Small progress.
Yeah, small progress. We'll take the wins where we can, and once we get this done, then we can move on to sealing the outsides and the windows and everything like that, and then waxing the camper. At that point, the outside will be done, and we can focus on the inside, which is what Amelia is doing now. So I'm gonna keep chugging away at this. I've just got a trash can that's getting pretty heavy because this is just rubber. So hopefully I can get a good amount of work done today on it. So the more I keep working up here, I can't help but wonder if the best thing for me to do is to just really do the seals around all the vents very well, and then just clean this existing roof coating and do like 2 layers of coating on top of it. I could obviously sit up here and scrape all of this off, but I think that's gonna take like a week. It's going really, I mean, it's not the slowest thing ever, but to like really get it all up, I think it would take forever. But since the roof is curved and the coating itself isn't like the worst looking thing, maybe I can save myself like a week's worth of time and just do like a really nice coating over this, make sure all the seams are done really well, and then just go that way. That might be the smarter move. Definitely would be the easier move for sure.
But how's it coming?
Not too bad. The worst part honestly was getting the front seam off. The previous owner, from my best guess, used Flex Seal, like the stuff that has the commercials where they slap the tape onto the water. And while I'm sure it worked for a little while, it had all dried and cracked, so definitely needed to be redone. And I'm pretty sure if they used the Flex Seal tape, they probably used Flex Seal roll-on, which is why this is just peeling up so easily. So that being said, I think we're gonna go back to trying to get all of this off because it's just not done right, and I'd hate to put in this much time and then 2 months down the road have it start peeling off with the new stuff on there. So I've enlisted Amelia to help peel the roof.
I'm ready. Tell me what to do.
When you get to these, there'll be some tape, so don't worry about that. I can come over and do them later because the tape peels up.
Oh, okay. Good morning.
Today is our 3rd and hopefully final day scraping off all of the old roof sealant. We're not gonna bore you with a lot of the footage because it's just scraping, throwing away, scraping, throwing away. But it's all in the prep work to make sure that the roof is done correctly. And once we get this, we can do all the seams and check all the seals and stuff like that. And then once it warms up a little bit, we'll do a new coating on the roof. It's about 46 degrees outside today, but the shop is a little bit warmer, so that's nice. And we're gonna get to work getting all the old sealant off.
Okay, I think Carney just lied. He said the shop's warmer. Is it? There's no way. This place has no heat or anything, so it feels like 46. Well, you can't really see the roof right now because we have it covered with everything, but it's looking really, really good. As you can tell, most of it is gray instead of white, so that is a really good sign. Connor and I's back are definitely feeling the scraping and bending over just for hours, but I'm really proud of us and excited for it to be over. Okay, we are finished for the day. This is most of all the roof sealant in here. Connor and I were guessing that it's probably about 50 pounds. And I hope to never see it again.
Usually this stuff comes in like a 5-gallon bucket, and that bucket's gonna weigh, I'm assuming, about 50 pounds. So the fact that we've scraped it all off of the roof is tiring, but I know it's gonna be the right thing to do. We do love this camper. And you know, we're just doing some long overdue maintenance on it. That's it for now. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye!
It is a new day here back at the shop, and we're actually gonna start resealing some parts of the roof this morning. I have the front cap, where the fiberglass cap and the roof meets, all cleaned up as best as I can. I could do this for hours, but I think it's good enough for now, and we're gonna start doing some lap sealant. I went back and forth a lot on the Eternabond tape and just good old-fashioned Dicor self-leveling lap sealant, and I'm actually going to use a mix of them on the roof. I'm going to use the self-leveling lap sealant on the front cap just because there is so much flex and torque and it's a really big bump. So I don't know that the 4-inch Eternabond is really going to do a good enough seal. And I mean, this is what is used on RV roofs all the time. So it's easy to use, it's easy to get if we need to touch it up, and this is going to be the first seal. I got the front seal finished up here. It's just settling and drying, so I'm going around and popping all the bubbles that keep coming up here. Honestly, not too bad of a job. I think it's right. You know, I did some seal on the front, some seal on the back, and it'll just kind of level itself into place. And then once we do the actual roll-on roof liner, that'll butt up next to this as well. So I think it's good. Obviously, time will tell though. I also ended up going and redoing one of these side seams. So I scraped all the old stuff off and then put some new sealant on, the non-sag lap sealant, and pushed all in my finger, smoothed it all out. So this was kind of my test side. If this side works and works well, then I'm gonna do that on the other side and also like above the slide and above the awning. So there's lots of places that need this, but I wanted to start up here because gotta start somewhere, right? We're going back to the cabin to have a nice, relaxing evening. See you guys tomorrow. We are making some progress on the roof. I have started resealing some of the laps, so where the fiberglass cap meets the roof membrane on the front, and then where the roof membrane meets this back wall right here. I've done lap sealant on those, and I'm gonna do lap sealant on the 2 Fantastic fans as well. That way, if they do break, it's probably easier to remove the lap sealant than it is to remove this Eternabond tape. There's lots of stuff about this tape online, good and bad, and I'm pretty curious about it. So we're gonna use this for the skylight and for the fridge vent, because those 2 things, unless we happen to break them, are gonna be on there forever. So we're gonna try this Eternabond tape out. It is expensive. This roll is like 60 bucks. And I ended up buying 2 of them because I thought I was gonna do the whole thing, but I'm not. So I get to return one of those, which is nice. But we'll have this with us in the camper. That way if we ever puncture the roof or something, we can use this tape as a quick fix. Curious to see how it works, but hopefully it does the job. I have all of the seams on the rear corners of the trailer and everything around the slide out taken off, cleaned, and resealed with some non-leveling lap sealant. That's a big step. I know that a lot of this delamination came from cracks in this sealant here because it's in pretty rough shape, and it's definitely factory, so that means it's 10 years old, it's sun-baked, and we need to get it sealed back up correctly. Now I'm gonna pull the tractor into the shop with a pallet on the front. That way I can kind of use it like scaffolding, because I need to go up through and take as much of the old sealant off of the front cap, but it's such a, you know, awkward angle that I can't do it on a ladder, and I'd rather just be standing up on something like that. So I'm gonna get that pulled in here with a pallet on the front, and hopefully it's stable enough that I can work. Because I need to put a decent amount of pressure on a scraper to get it all stuff off, and then clean it and start resealing it. That slips. We're good.
Got that one.
Oh yeah.
Do you need to be a little closer?
No, I should be fine with this. Got my ladder this time?
Yeah.
Safety first.
A little difficult?
Yeah, this is a different type of seal.
Oh.
It doesn't scrape off as easy as the other one. So that's why I couldn't really do it from the front. I just needed more leverage. I could probably just seal right over it, but I don't like to do that. So
Do it right, then you do it once.
Yep. Just take a metal putty knife, but be careful not to scratch anything, and use a heater. You heat it up, and that way it looks like a hot knife through butter, and it seems to work pretty well going through the seals. So I'm gonna try to do that all the way around, and hopefully we can get this resealed today.
You definitely probably are making some people nervous. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Remember, I've heard people say this before, and I like the way it sounds. This is a what we're doing channel, not a how-to channel. So
Don't recommend.
I was able to get the outside seam on the front fiberglass cap cleaned and resealed. That's looking good. The inside part, however, is quite a pain. I think it's a different type of material. I think it's like a silicone, like clear sealant, and it does not come off easily. So I'm exhausted of trying today, but it was a very successful day, and we're getting closer. There's so much work to be done on this camper, but I really am excited to be on the road and living in this thing, and I just have to keep that in mind because right now, things could be better.
But we're just gonna hold on to the excitement part for now.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Getting a new or used camper is always an exciting feeling, but there is no better upgrade than a brand new mattress to start off your travels with. And today we're excited to share with you our RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding. With over 22 different mattress sizes, you are sure to find the perfect mattress for any camper layout. We have used their mattresses in our previous Winnebago camper and in our cabin in the woods of Michigan, and we are thrilled to have the signature hybrid model in our new fifth wheel trailer. And the best part is, you don't have to move a bulky mattress into your camper. You can just bring the box inside and unwrap it right on your bed. Within just a few minutes, you'll go from compact packaging to a firm and fully filled out mattress. We have slept on factory camper mattresses for the first few years living on the road, but the cheap and flimsy options always left us waking up stiff and with a sore back. Amelia and I opted for the signature hybrid with a firm build to provide us with the necessary lumbar support for life on the road. And an added bonus with some of their models is the fact that they are the industry standard thickness, so fitted sheets and bedding actually fit around your mattress and don't slide off while you sleep. We've been pouring countless hours into this camper to get it ready for the next 6 months on the road, but it truly hasn't been complete without our RV mattress. It has gone from a project trailer to now feeling like our home on wheels. Head over to rvmattress.com/livinglargecamping or simply click the link in the description below to receive 30% off your next order. And if you're still on the fence, you can sleep peacefully knowing that your new mattress is covered by a 120-day sleep guarantee trial, comes with free shipping, and is backed by a limited lifetime warranty. It's the next day, and I'm going to try to get the front cap finished up. I picked up a toothbrush and some acetone to hopefully help with the really stubborn seal on the inside of the cap. But I'm gonna get the tractor fired up, get my little lift and stand back where it was yesterday, and get right back to work. So it looks like I'm ready to do a new seal. I'm gonna use this GeoCell. It's a clear sealant versus the white that I've done everywhere else on like the roof seams and stuff. And I haven't used this in a while, so hopefully it goes on pretty similarly, but once I get it on there, I should be able to clean it up with some soap and water and make it look nice. Once we have both of these sides of the front cap sealed, then we can pull the camper out and start to actually clean off the roof. But we have to get this stuff finished up first, that way we can start to wash the roof off and no more water will be getting in the front cap.
Woo!
Is the plan.
Slowly moving forward.
We're getting there, guys.
We're getting there.
We're just as excited to be back on the road as you guys are excited to see us back on the road.
Right, Bark? They miss you too. I can barely even see it down here.
Yeah, not surprised. I just finished up sealing this front cap using that Proflex or Geocell, whatever that.
I think it was Geocell.
Geocell. It was super easy to apply, and once you get a nice bead on there, just use some soap and water and spray it, and then spray your fingers, and you can pack it into the corner seams. This stuff's supposed to be pretty good for like high flex areas, and it's pretty much made for RVs. I'll probably end up using it around all of the windows and the rest of the seams because it was pretty quick. The lap sealant is great for the roof membrane because you can't use this stuff on the EPDM roof membranes. And then I just use it on the main seals as well because it is pretty proven. So hopefully the combination is gonna be perfect. I'm gonna get the tractor moved to the other side because we gotta start fresh over there. And I want this done today.
Today, damn it!
Today! From the factory, this camper must have come with a solar panel because there's 4 solar panel mounting points here, but the previous owners didn't have it on there. And I went ahead and we ordered 400 watts of solar, 2 200 watt panels, but they're not gonna fit exactly in these holes. So we're gonna have to remount them on the roof, which is fine. So I'm going through and using some Eternabond tape and just kind of sealing up this area where the holes are here, because once we get them mounted and get the roof sealed and stuff, we're not gonna need these holes. So we might as well get them filled before they come. We're starting off this morning at Home Depot. We have a list of things to get, including all of the roof sealant, and then we're gonna pick up some carpets, hopefully, for the slide out and the bedroom and some other miscellaneous items. But first things first, it's another morning at Home Depot.
With doggy!
After tons of reading online and various opinions back and forth, we're deciding on the Henry Tropical 887 silicone roof sealant. We're gonna try to do 2 coats on a roof. I'm sure some of you have good reviews about it and some of you have negative reviews, but that's with any product. So this is the one we're going with. It's locally available and should be a pretty easy application. So if all goes well, this will be a nice sealant on the camper.
And if all goes horribly, we probably are getting a new camper because we don't want to redo a roof again. Just kidding, that's not gonna happen, but if it did, that's what would happen. Lastly, at Home Depot, we are looking at carpets. We may be ripping out the old carpet and putting in some new ones in the high trafficked areas just because it is about 10 or 11 years old and it's probably seen some things and lots of dirt and spills have probably happened on it. So a new carpet doesn't sound too bad, but we're just debating on, is it worth the cost and do we even like something enough to replace it? So we'll see what we find here. It'd be nice, but if not, that's okay. We found one.
Never done carpet before, but we're gonna try it. The final pieces finally came in that I've been waiting on to get the roof all finished up. That's gonna be the solar cable input because the one that was on the camper before is broken. Also got some butyl tape and the wiring necessary for the solar panels. We're gonna end up coating the roof first and then installing the solar panels later because they won't come in until tomorrow and we need to apply the coating underneath the panels. So we have to do the roof coating first. So today we get to finish getting this all set up. Then we can pull the camper out, get it cleaned off and ready to apply the new roof coating. Let's get this installed. That way we can get the camper out of the shop. So here's where the solar panel connected from the factory, and this is gonna be our new cable shield. That way we can mount this here, and we don't have to worry about water getting in where the wires are. Probably gonna go ahead and use Eternabond tape around it because there are some extra holes that are here. But for now, we're gonna get this cut, get some new MC4 cables connected to it, and feed it back down the roof a little bit, and run it through here. Should be pretty easy. First things first, hope they're not powered.
Oh.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
You kind of got me.
Sticky, goopy mess on these.
God, oh, nasty. I went ahead and just installed the MC4 connectors on the wires that were in the roof versus putting new wires down. That way we have one less connection there. When the panels come in tomorrow, we'll start installing them. But for now, I'm gonna get this screwed down with some butyl tape, some Eternabond tape around the sides, and hopefully that's good enough. Then we can pull the camper out. Woo. This is the last of it. No, I don't have time. It's too heavy. What's not terribly heavy, it's just full. Got it? There you go. We're about to hook up the camper. This is only the third time we have done this. And the first 2 times I used a lithium grease on the hitch and the kingpin. But after a lot of suggestions from people, I have picked up a B&W graphite plate. That way this takes place of all the grease and we won't get stuff covered whenever we store things in the bed of the truck. So I'm gonna put this on and goodbye lithium grease. It says friction will keep it up. Yeah, well, I'd say that's some friction.
They didn't lie?
They didn't lie. All you do. Now we get to hitch up the camper again.
Woohoo! More practice.
More practice.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
All hitched up. We're gonna back it out of the shop again, and then I get to start cleaning off the roof. This is a big step. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Yay! One step closer. Okay.
It's like snake wrangling. Yeah, baby. Nice. Good job.
Woo! Woo!
Let me go around the front cap because it needs to be waxed.
Just telling Connor, I feel like it seems like deja vu that the last time we had the camper in this exact spot, we just got it and we're cleaning the outside. And it's almost 2 weeks later and we are now cleaning the roof after peeling everything off. So it feels like no time has passed, but also 2 weeks have passed. So we are very excited to get this roof finished.
I do have a pressure washer, but this is a very low powered one and I'm gonna go from, a foot or 2 high. This is really just to help get all of the rubber pieces off that we have missed or that I've stuck back on. So once I do this, then I'm gonna go through with some Meyer cleaner and just a nice medium bristle brush and actually scrub this roof a little bit, maybe twice. Clean it all off again, let it dry, and then I think tomorrow we might do the roof coating.
Yay!
That's really exciting. Sorry. Good catch. It's a very exciting morning here because we are going to put the first roof coating on the roof. Over the last 10 days, we have been scraping all of the old roof coating off, redoing the seals, getting the roof prepped and ready for today. We picked up Henry 887 Tropicool. It's a silicone roof coating, and we're gonna be doing 2 coats, one today and one either later today or tomorrow. It's supposed to be done from a temperature range like 60 to 70 degrees and sunny. It's about 55 degrees in the shop, so worst case, it just takes a little bit longer to cure. But we're gonna get it opened up, stir the 5-gallon bucket, and start this process.
Woo!
Oh, I'm so ready for it to be done.
Yay! You guys are probably just as excited for us to get our roof finished like we are. This has been a long time coming, a lot of backaches, but it's been worth it because now we get to know our roof is completely sealed up and just safe from all weather for the next year or 2 or 3 in the future. So, yay! This also means we're just one step closer to hitting the road. And that is what we are most excited for. All right, you excited too? Yeah, good boy. Yeah.
This is one of those things that's pretty nerve-wracking to go ahead and get started, so we're just gonna start. Opening this thing is step number 1.
One eternity later.
Oh. Okay. I can get it from here, I can set it up there.
This back part's great. Got it?
Oops, so.
Probably shouldn't have stood there, but.
You?
Yeah, I would have gotten
down
dumped.
on your head. All right, let's see how this stuff works. All right, we're gonna start on the front of the roof over here, and what my goal is to go down the side seams first and kind of get it outlined, because that's gonna be the part that's
Roll number one.
the most like technical. Like I have to be like the most careful there so I don't get it down the camper. But I'm gonna start here on the front, the way we can see how it rolls on. I have no idea how well this is working. I can't really tell. It seems to be going on okay. I don't think you want to like roll it a bunch of times because you want it to stay thick.
How's it going?
I don't know, I think it's going okay. Just trying really hard not to, you know, like coat the side of the camper. This feels weird because we just spent like 10 days scraping this stuff off, and then now we're right back to reapplying it. So it's one of those like, I really hope I'm doing it right type of feelings. It's going good. We're definitely gonna do 2 coats just to make sure it's very thick and even along the roof here, but no real complaints so far. I think it's working all right. So let's get to doing the rest of the roof.
There's truly no turning back now. We are getting close to being finished with our first coat, which is very exciting. One of those things, you know, as you finish up with it, I really hope it's gonna work and work well, because we're not doing this again. I think I've done a pretty good job of keeping the layer nice and thick, so that's reassuring. But of course, we won't know till the first rain.
Coat number 1 is done. I think it takes like a few hours to cure. It's not too cold in the shop right now. It's definitely warmed up throughout the day, so that's good. I'm thinking we can get another coat on this roof tonight before we leave. That's my hope, at least. Obviously not gonna walk on it if it's still tacky, but if it's dry and ready to be walked on, we'll get another coat on tonight.
Good job, first coat.
First coat.
Woo!
I'm excited to not be on that roof anymore though. There's still a ton to be done on this camper, and to get that checked off is very nice.
Getting there.
Getting there. We went ahead and pulled the camper out of the shop because the sun was shining, and the warmer it is, the faster the roof sealant will cure. It seems like it may be okay and ready for a second coat, which would be ideal if we could get that done before tonight, the way it has all night to cure, and just gets us one step closer to being done with it. We're gonna pull the camper back in the shop and start on coat number 2.
Yeah, if I fall with this, that would suck.
Let's not put that out there. Yay! Unfortunately, shoot was.
It's nice to have that done. It's gonna take all night for it to dry. Hopefully not too many bugs land on it and become a permanent part of our roof, but we'll see that in the morning. 28-foot fifth wheel. I didn't do the slide because the slide topper looked pretty good, and it took about 3 gallons, but a 4.5, 5-gallon bucket was the same price, if not a little bit cheaper, than 3 individual gallons. The gallons would have been easier to like spread and pour by yourself, because obviously the 5-gallon bucket is very heavy, and getting it, 12 feet into the camper roof is not the easiest task. Thank you, Amelia, for your help. But I'm excited to have that hopefully done.
Yay! You did great. You're doing great. I think he's gonna sleep like a baby now that the roof's basically done.
Yeah, I had to like hunch over and pour the 5-gallon bucket because it's easier to pour than it is to like come down with the pail like we did the last time. So you just pour it where you're going and get it on as thick as you can. That's it.
You did great, Dad.
All right, let's get your carpet done. It's the morning after we put 2 coats of roof silicone sealant back on the camper, and I think it's looking really good. You can tell it's a pretty solid layer, and I think today we get to finally take all of the blue tape off that has been on this camper for the last 2 weeks. It's exciting.
Woo!
Feeling very accomplished and hopeful that everything is done right, but I'm very glad to have this project basically finished. We're still gonna mount some solar panels up here, and they just arrived today, so I don't know if we're gonna get to that without giving the roof another day or so to cure fully, but we can get all the tape off and just sit back and look at our brand new white shiny roof.
And not spend any more time up here.
Yeah, not be up here for longer than I need to be. I've been bent over working on this space for like 10 days now, and I am over it.
Good thing it's done.
While we are finally done with the roof, we are far from done with camper projects. Join us next week as we start to transform the interior of our fifth wheel to turn it into a cozy home on wheels. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a large day.